us from Quanto live today. Okay. Yeah, I'll start again. So, pranam everyone, and a very big thank you to Maven Platform, Shivana ji, for hosting us all. And we are from Quanto Life. I would like to introduce the founder of Quanto Life, that is Quanto Shivo. And Quanto Life is a community of heroes. This is a unique spiritual path that is especially created for these current chaotic times. And our mantra is about going from chaos to creation. We do not have any followers in the community. We are here to discover the unique potential, the heroic quality of every person, nurture it, celebrate it, and really to provide opportunities for everyone, for them to make a maximum impact with their heroic potential. And today we have with us a lot of Quantos, and also our founder, Shivo. Shivo is an enlightened mystic. After all these years, I always promise him I'm going to give him a unique intro because he's such a polymath with so many unique qualities. And I can attest to the fact that his insights on masculine feminine dynamics have literally changed my life. And whenever he has given me an insight, he has really been present to my situation and my own unique potential and channeled the insight, and that has worked like magic. And today I'm so glad that I get to share all this with you all. Shivo, welcome to this platform. And I'm Mansi. I'm very grateful to be a part of Quanto Life. Thank you. Welcome, Shivo.
Thank you, Mansi. Now I don't know how to introduce you, and Mansi is the heart of Quanto Life, and she is the one who weaves Quanto Life as the family together, and she sets up new standards of excellence, and she is the river of inspiration, and that's why we call her Saraswati of Quanto Life. Yeah, Mansi.
Oh, thank you. And first of all, I have to give, I see some people I haven't seen before. So hello to all of you. There, I have seen Nilamji and Dharmapal and Vasan. And I also want Ashmiji. I've seen you sometimes before. And I want to thank all the Quantos for coming here. We are one actually. And please forgive us if this becomes a love fest, because that's what happens. So just hi, Philomena, Leela, Kaval. Hi, Ashmiji, Manisha, Atan, of course, Shabana, Weber, Vajanti, Leela, and Rupali. So I'll start the PPT. Just let me know if you can. Can you all see it?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Shiva, would you like to start?
Yeah. So, how many of you have experienced that the whole context of relationship has completely shifted? The way we used to look at relationships 50 years back or even 25 years back, now that has completely shifted. If the answer is yes, please let us know or raise your hand. Yes, thank you, Manisha, Philomena, Atin, Upali, Kaval. So, can I ask everyone, what is a change you have witnessed that has happened over past 25 to 50 years? Can you
May I
please
say?
write it?
Okay. Can I
Or
say
speak?
it, Shivo, sir?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
You said, what is the change that we saw in past 50 years? Is this your question?
Yeah, past 50 years or 25 years, yes.
Okay. All I can say that I'm finding out there are so many layers to find out about the cosmos. And what we did not know, I'm realizing that doesn't mean it does not exist. And I'm finding it out there are so many things that we don't know, but they exist. And it's such intriguing experience to find it, discovering them. And mostly
Yeah,
to do with the
that's about the life. But what about the relationships? Are relationships, let's say the husband, wife, the lovers, the partners, are those relationships same or have they become different?
well, all I can say they have become very different.
So
Many
what is the,
factors.
can you point out one difference?
Yeah, the intensity of love and the total faith and surrender, that that changes. I mean, it's an effort to bring back that balancing.
Okay.
It's like totally madly deeply in love with others, then you realize you have expectation, and then you realize expectation are not met, and then we withdraw
Right.
ourselves. So we go through a cycle and phases, and
So I
depending.
would say that in, in Hindu metaphysics, we used to say कि 7 जन्मों का बंधन है. मतलब over a period of 7 lives, you would complete a cycle. And that cycle is getting completed, let's say today in 3 years or 7 years or whatever. Am I right? Correct? So now that's a very big challenge, how to deal with this. Yeah, anybody else would like to say?
Shivu, there are responses in the chat also.
Yeah. Let me have a look.
Do you want me to read
Female
it?
more free, yes. So that females experience more freedom. We will discuss a little bit on that why it has happened and what are the repercussions of that. More materialistic, maybe yes, but I would say that materialism and spirituality has become one. So even in the materialism, we have the opportunity to look for spirit. Fight for right. Okay, what else? See, one of the things that has happened is we are taking divorces more naturally. There used to be like, I am going to be with you till I die. That has changed. Then there was this, the biggest change that has happened, I think, is that morals do not have power over us anymore. Previously, the relationships were bound by the morals, right? Those morals have gone for toss. Same way, it was like I had taken a vow when I married you, I had taken a vow and I had committed myself. That was the meaning of commitment, that I am commitment. Meaning of commitment was about future, that I will be with you forever or whatever. That it is not possible to today live a powerful relationship just because you committed something at some point of time in past. The relationship has to get recreated every moment. How many of you would agree with me that that is a very big change, that relationship has to get recreated time to time, every moment, I would say. Actually, it's not sufficient that at some point of time you committed me that and now live that commitment. That is gone. Am I making any sense here? So that is why you see so. Okay, now another change, major change that has happened is that lot of people say that marriages are breaking, okay, families have become very smaller, and a lot of people say that families are breaking and it's a bad thing. There were wonderful times in past, where families were stable. Let's go back and bring the system back again, that system of family and marriage. Do you think it is possible? How many of you think that this is possible? That go
Shivo,
back to the old times,
may I
recreate
say?
the same system of marriage and family. Is it possible? Is it possible today? If it is possible, then raise your hand, please.
May I speak?
So, right, just one more thing. Okay, yeah, please, yes.
So I look at your questions always from two different sides, like in the West or in Europe, I should say, or in Germany, I should say, and India, that I see a big difference there anyways. And I see a big difference in between when you talk about marriage, arranged marriages, or a marriage that I consciously choose, or at least trying to consciously choose. Because I'm speaking to many, at least male partners of marriages almost every day. And most of them have not chosen consciously. They have chosen because their mother wanted them to choose. And they wanted to please their mother. Most of the men I'm speaking to want to make their mothers happy.
Yeah, so
After
that's
that,
the
maybe
point.
they
See,
want to
that's
make their
again a
wives
moral.
happy. But first of all, they want to make their mothers happy.
So that's again a moral that I will make my mother happy, I'll make my family happy, right?
And that is still,
So
that's
morals
still
have
valid
broken.
nowadays.
Morals today, it
That's
is not possible. Yeah, today is not possible to pull your marriage or relationship because of certain morals.
No, that is
So
not
you need to
possible.
just
That is,
let go of using that
yes,
force of morals.
yes.
One more question I have is that today we see everywhere that marriages are breaking and families are breaking. Is it a bad thing, really? Is it a bad thing?
I feel
This is really a
marriage
point to
anyway
explore.
is an
No,
invention
no,
of our industrial culture. I mean, it's society. That's nothing
no,
natural.
not bad. It's not bad. It's not good. It depends.
So what about, okay, let me come back to the yoga perspective here. Okay. Yeah, Mansi, yeah. So
Yeah.
look at this slide. Here we talk about, we are in ascending Dwapar. So we were in descending Yuga for past thousands of years. And whatever we know about history or whatever our social systems are based upon, they are descending Yuga. What is the meaning of descending Yuga? That in descending Yuga, the consciousness is constantly going down, down. Now we have arrived the ascending Dwapar in past 200, 300 years. And what that means is that now the consciousness is rising. So there got to be the whole shift in the way the humanity lives. The way humanity used to live in past thousands of years, let's say past 10,000 years, was consciousness was always reducing. That means past was always better than present. Okay. So that is why whenever we wanted the solution, we would look at the past. We would say, let's look at the past, what used to happen, and apply that in today's situation. That's why we had so much hold of morals. That there were morals that were defined in the past. Use those morals, and easily you can resolve all the problems. But now we are in the yuga of ascending Dwapar Yuga. In descending Yuga, let's say if there is a family where wealth is constantly reducing, the focus comes on survival. But when the wealth is continuously increasing, like the consciousness is continuously increasing. So what is happening is the focus is on creation. So whatever human understanding we have developed till now is based on the survival, the way we relate, the way our marriage structures are, the way our family structures are. They are all they were designed for survival. That is why they are breaking up now, because we are not in the era of survival. We are in the era of flourishing and creation. So we need a completely new understanding. So that is why the old structures are breaking. Yes, there is a lot of chaos today, but I am very certain that the new structures will come up of marriage and relationship and family, and those structures will be far more evolved than what we have seen in past thousands of years. So in my understanding, all these families breaking and marriages breaking is not a bad thing. Yes, it has induced a lot of chaos, but these are the harbinger of something beautiful new that is going to come up. Yeah, Mansi, please. Uh, so I'm going to speak. Yeah, Mansi, next slide. I'm going to speak on just one more
Shivo, it is the
uh,
next slide.
development, consciousness development, energy vibrational development that has happened. So one was we are in ascending dwapar. Another is we are crossing through the galactic equator. Earth is crossing through that. And because all of you know that in the cosmos, the major form, almost all the matter is in plasma form. 99.999% of the matter is plasma. But on Earth, we see a different reality. Here we see that there is solid, liquid, and gas. So now, when Earth is going through the galactic equator, there is a huge onslaught of plasma. That means there is electricity everywhere. So the conductivity has gone up to the next level. The thought communication, the ESP has gone to the next level. At the same time, all those, the subconscious that was stored in us over a long period of Kali Yuga or past 2,500 years, that was part of our subconscious. Those volcanoes are now erupting. That's why there is a huge rate of change. There is a huge chaos. So this is the whole context of relationship. That is why we cannot look at relationship the way we used to. Yeah, Mansi, over to you.
So Shivo, thank you so much for giving us the astronomical base of why these changes are happening. And there's even the yuga. It is based on the precision of axis and how the earth is moving and the cycles. This is also something very astronomical. And Shivo, please chime in at all moments. Okay. So we come to the basis of the masculine feminine synthesis. We all have come from a masculine feminine synthesis. We are all born. That is our moment of creation. That is our beginning. And it is the creation of everything that we create in our life. If we're creating children, whether we are creating a company, whether we are creating a product, whether we are just creating something in our office, every creation is actually at the root of it. It is masculine feminine synthesis. We have come from it, but it is also happening at every moment and it is creating. So the more the masculine feminine components in yourself and outside they synthesize, the better be the creation. I want to share a case study that happened in our last Ardhanarishwar. We actually launch our Ardhanarishwar program every Shivratri, where the astrological energy, the conscious energy is at its highest for this masculine feminine synthesis. And our workshop is actually starting tonight. So last year when we had the workshop, and this workshop is something that is very raw, very intimate. What happens there stays there. And it really gets, because it is all about creation, it gets created based on the participants who are coming in and they're sharing. It is really it is the rawest workshop we have. And last year, the first day, there was a person who shared about a sexual abuse
Mansi,
that had
just
happened.
can I just interrupt for a moment here?
Of course.
And let's just bring in one more dimension here.
Mm-hmm.
The whatever problems we face today, they cannot be solved by some moral, some norm, some case study of somebody else applying some principles. All that is a complete failure. If your relationship is in crisis, you cannot apply any past knowledge to it. What has to happen is there has to be the channeling of cosmic intelligence. So you are facing a situation that is unique. Nobody ever faced that. If there are two partners involved in a relationship, both of them have had totally different past life journeys. They are totally different, beings. And one thing we have realized in Quanto life, that current times in past 20, 25 years, lots and lots of people have come to resolve their whole past life journeys of past 2000 years, 5000 years, right? So that's why a lot of people are in problem in relationship, because suddenly the whole baggage of the past is just erupting, and there is no norms, no knowledge, no consultation, no guidance you can apply, right, from past, because it worked for that person, so it will work for you. No. So what is that which is going to work is a cosmic channeling. In that moment, the solution will come from cosmic consciousness. And that's what we do in this workshop. That whatever situation you are facing, we understand that, offer it to Cosmos, and there is a channeling of Cosmos for resolution. That is why people experience lots and lots of miracles in Quanto program, and especially in Ardhanarishwar workshop. Yeah, Mansi, sorry for interruption. Over to you.
No, it's fine. And actually it adds to this story. And I think many of the Quantos here, or at least a few of the Quantos were in the workshop last time, and they know who I'm talking about. And so this person had, she opened up that she had, gone through sexual abuse at a very young age. It had happened in marriage too. And when she opened up, she was, as we said, we were in that moment present with her, and slowly her past life started unfolding, something that had happened hundreds of years ago. She was able to go to that past life. A part of her being was still stuck in that past life, and she was able to reclaim that. And when this happened, she not only healed, we could visibly see the change in her face, in her aura, the way she was opening up. And at that moment, actually, she wasn't really thinking of relationships. She was in a lot of financial crisis, and she was also in, she didn't have a job at that time. She was struggling to find a job. And when this part got healed, she went into a whole new job, which is kind of her dream job. And it actually recently happened. She's gotten into her dream job. And this energy was stuck for so long. Sometimes we think that it is only going to heal your relationships, but it affects all kinds of creativity. And we have seen this for many people. We're going to do one more case study that also happened. But before that, I'm going to share a little bit of what happened last time. So, we all know that we have 7 chakras. And while we have all chakras, we predominantly in our relationship can operate from a certain chakra. There are certain chakras that are masculine and certain they are feminine, but we all have feminine and masculine in ourselves. And I want to say that the statement that created this workshop was, I say this very often because it was such a poignant point in my life, where we were talking about feminine and masculine. And, I remember we had this question that, if I imbibe more masculine qualities of taking risks, of going on adventures, of exploring the unknown, will I lose feminine qualities of mine? And that time Shivo had said that Ardhanarishwar is not about being 50% masculine and 50% feminine, but it is about being 100% masculine and 100% feminine. So we all have to go through all these chakras, but if you are more feminine, you are more comfortable in certain ones. The masculine chakras are the 1st, 3rd, 5th, and I don't know about the 7th, maybe the 7th also. The feminine chakras, where the feminine qualities are more at home, are 2nd, 4th, and 6th. So what we did in our Ardhanarishwar workshop in 2021 is every chakra, you can also attain enlightenment through every chakra. Every chakra can reach its climax, its rasa, its ras leela, its maharas. And we went about how to do that. What are relationships that happen at every chakra? And we actually, in Bombay, when we had met, we also had Hindi songs and the romantic duets and which chakra do they represent, but that is for another day. But coming to the root chakra, so Shiva was talking about the yoga cycle and how we have been through that Kali Yuga. And in Kali Yuga, survival was the most important thing. The Mooldhara is all about survival, and most men in Kali Yuga were operating from the Mooldhara. And here, and in this, the highest thing that is possible for a Mooldhara chakra man, he is always trying to get the female. And this is where a man starts. And it is quite hard for this kind of man to find a woman. And when he finds a woman, the best thing he can do for her is he can be her protector. We don't have time to go to the story of Yashi Sogal, but I would say that she was one of the foremost, Tibetan tantrics. And I have a very favorite, like Shivo has told me the story, and it's a favorite of mine, where when she came across some Mooldhara, I'm not recommending this for everyone, it is what she did, but when she came across robbers, and when they saw this beautiful woman, they wanted to just like have her, and they raped her, and she offered herself just like she would offer herself to the gods. And in that, all these men got transformed. So this is a way that the Mooldhara man can get transformed. And of course, this was just divine grace. But this is how a Mooldhara man, he is a survivor. He knows how to survive. We move on to the Swadhisthana. And this is where most women are. This is where they begin their journey. This is the social aspect. Here, relationships are very social here. If this chakra is working very well, you can experience pleasure and prosperity. But there's also a transactional nature to this. Like, I will do this for you, you will do this for me. So this is one of the limitation of this chakra. The Swadhisthana woman can be a trophy wife probably for the third chakra man, and she is dominated. She's in awe of him. She gets dominated by the solar plexus man, but she in turn dominates the Mooldhara. And here I want to, you start experiencing the feminine. When a man wants to go to the third chakra, he still has to go through the sacral. And one of the divine examples of this is Shiva, who wanted to be a part of the Maharas. And so he assumes the form of a female to experience the feminine pleasure, experience that divine pleasure. We come to the Manipur chakra. Again, this is a masculine chakra. Again, women also, if they want to go to the fourth, maybe they have to go through this. Otherwise, if you go to higher chakras and you don't have the basis, then you may go in there sometimes, but you fall back. This is a man who's a success magnet. This is the aspirational man for this yoga. He is someone who is an adventurous person. He has determination. He has willpower. He's a risk taker. And there's a saying, I don't know how common it is in India, but it is very in USA, especially with the red pill, blue pill. And it says that women make rules for the beta. They are like, the beta man, they are like, okay, you will follow this, and they can dominate him. But they break rules for the alpha man, and this is the alpha man. Sometimes you have pseudo alpha mans, but that's a whole different kind of talk. Sometimes these men can see sex as a conquest. Sometimes if they find a higher woman, it can be a deeply relaxing activity. And a solar plexus man does need relaxation because there is so much, it is ruled by the sun. There is so much energy there. It is so aspirational. He needs that. And Arjun is one of those solar plexus men who was a hero of his times, who had women just getting attracted to him. He was like the most suitable suitor of those times, the aspirational man. And So this is the possibility for him. And I know we want to talk about other things, so kind of rushing through these things. Then we have the heart chakra female. You know, the heart chakra female is extremely nurturing. Now, if the woman is at a higher chakra, then she is going to help the man come to the, go to the higher chakras. And this is a kind of Lakshmi woman. If a solar plexus man wants to take that risk, he wants to stake everything for this dream he has, the heart chakra woman is going to completely support him. Even if that means, she's not going to be like the Swadhisthana woman who's like, okay, you know what? I don't want to let go of my pleasure, my luxury. She understands that the man needs to go to the unknown. She understands that. She is there. She's there unconditionally almost for him. She's gone beyond that transactional nature. Now, she in turn, she can be a guide. Would you like to add? Yes, please.
हाँ, मैं एक छोटा सा point मैं add करूँगा. It is said that some women have that Lakshmi quality. If that woman comes to the life of any man, that man will become successful. It is this heart chakra woman. If the heart chakra woman comes to life of any man, that man is bound to become successful.
Shiva, can you talk about the qualities? What are the qualities of the Lakshmi woman? We talked about what is so unique about her.
One thing is that one problem with the one issue with the Swadhisthana woman is that for her it is very difficult to take failure. See, and if the man has to accomplish his highest potential, he has to experiment a lot and he will fail on the way many times.
Yes.
At that time, it is a heart chakra woman who supports him. Swadhisthana woman will reject him. She will say that, oh, you are horrible. You have created this problem and my whole prosperity is gone and I am living in poverty and all. But heart chakra woman will support him at that point. And then that man can learn from whatever journey he has been and he becomes successful because he has found anchor. To become successful in whichever chakra you are, you have to find an anchor who is higher than that chakra. If there is a woman who is at Swadhisthana, and if she really wants to become successful, she has to find anchor in a man who is solar plexus man. Solar plexus man has to find anchor in a heart chakra woman, and so on.
Shivo, I remember a long time ago, not even long time ago, but I often look at, the wives of billionaires, like for example, Warren Buffett. And, sometimes women think that, I bring in beauty, I bring in this, I bring in the sex appeal, I bring in, my social abilities. And why am I not getting that kind of man? And really the question is, are you the Lakshmi woman? I've seen so many wives who have been that Lakshmi woman. They have, men at that level, they probably make more failures than a regular man. And they are given that luxury to make those mistakes. And I feel that is the Lakshmi woman. And so many of the billionaires have had very long 50-year, 60-year marriages. And they have found that Lakshmi woman. So become the Lakshmi woman. And if you are a man, then prize that Lakshmi woman. Sometimes we go for that, the lust, but, see if she can be that Lakshmi woman for you. So, and the Lakshmi woman is very much drawn. She understands the known, but she's fascinated by unknown. She's looking for a man who can take her to that unknown, a man who's a visionary. And she's ready to take his mistakes, right? Because a visionary man will make mistakes. Like if you think about it, Brahma made so many mistakes during the process of creation, because that is what that creator man will do. The Vishuddhi man is always at the horizon of known and unknown. He's constantly trying to go to that unknown. And he is in a way an avatar. He is in a way a channel. He is here to bring something from the cosmic unknown into the world. And for example, for Arjun, that moment he was in the third chakra man, a hero, when he went in that indecision and he surrendered to the unconditional love of his friend, this complete surrender. That is when the Gita downloads on on Krishna, and Krishna is able to transmit that to Arjuna. So that is the possibility. Something new can come into the world. If you are interested in tarot, that's the magician. He is connecting the cosmos to the need of what is needed on earth. So he is actually a channel bringing in from the cosmos to the earth. And finally, we will not talk more about this, but the sixth eye is the psychic eye. That is where all the psychic dimensions, the vibrational dimensions are open. And there are so many pitfalls also in the third eye. We are always talking about third eye activation and psychic development, but it is the biggest trap if it is not surrendered to the seventh chakra. It is not surrendered to the divine. And that union is the Ardhanarishwar. And of course, more of that in the, in the workshop, or when we all connect in a more intimate setting. And finally, Shivo, I wanted to talk about one more case study. And again, some of you might know who I'm talking about. Shivo, please, if there is something I miss in that story, because you were there, very instrumental, so please chime in. So this man, he had a very dominating father. See, now, masculine feminine dynamics is not about just resolving your romantic relationship. It is resolving your parental, which is your mother is the primordial source of all emotions about the home you're going to live. Your father is the source of all your relationship with power, with masculine, with all men. How you're going to progress in the career, how you're going to, your ability to go into unknown, your mother's ability to experience bliss. So this person felt very dominated by the father and this conditioning. And when we go through things, we create our own morals, we create our own conditioning, our own patterns. Constantly something is getting created. This person created this conditioning, which came out, which was like, men are not really bad, men are bad, they dominate, and I am also bad. And he did not have any females around him. Shiva, what was that thing that he said about females? Like, was it in the office? There was something he said in particular.
I don't remember, but I do remember that there were, even in work, it was very rare that a female works with it.
Yeah,
very rare.
And he's a founder of a company. So he was in a position with hiring and everything. And so there were no females. And when this pattern came up, and earlier when people come to the workshop, they're like, oh yeah, we just want to, they are attracted to something resonates, and then they join, and then slowly these things come out. And after that, the number of females, he had done a conference, and there were maximum females who were just coming into the team. The entire dynamics of people, the gender composition of people working with him had changed. And another thing that when I was prepping for this, I realized that for so many years, they had been trying to adopt a child. And finally, that happened after this. Because see, that is also, Shiva, that is also a synchronicity, right? That is also yeah. And this child, because when you resolve, creation is going to happen in all aspects. Sometimes it could be job, sometimes it could be your home, getting that home. Sometimes it could be getting the physical child. It is like the possibilities are endless. And with that, I would like to share that today night we are starting. If you have any questions, we open the floor for that. And we are starting our Ardhanarishwar program today. In case you're interested, we will share our details. It's a 9-day workshop. And after the workshop is over, we are going to have a weekly sadhana for 3 months. We are going to pick a day of the week, maybe Friday, and it's going to be there for 3 months. Everything is going to be recorded. And you heard Shivo, we have not rejected the scriptures, but there is new understanding on how it relates to current consciousness. So I invite you all for this workshop. As I said, in this workshop, for us at Quanto Life, this is the workshop that creates everything else in our lives. This is our Ardhanarishwar workshop, so I heartily invite everyone to it. And Shivo, anyone has questions?
Yes,
And
Mansi ma'am. Yes, I have a
yes,
question, but I hope it's not being recorded. I just want it off the record because it's about discussion something. Is it okay, Ms.
it
Shabana ji?
is no, yeah. So it is being recorded, so I don't know if Shabana can do something about it.
Okay. Sometimes we are given the time that now it's
Yeah.
off the